So, yeah, just do it.
Taking him by Chuck's worst personality.
All right, so Amshara gets a point. That is offset by Volo's crit fail. Ognar does not get anything there. Dub offsets one of Sylvana's 2 points, so you got a total of 1 point. And Eka didn't score any points. Now, the good news is you can keep trying, but just, but the punks are getting closer. So you can try again. If you want to change
continue
tactics,
to muscle through, like, can I roll athletics again, or do I need to roll something else this
time? If you roll the same check, it'll have the -5, but if you roll a different check, it won't have the penalty. How's that?
Okay, sounds good.
I'll put them back out there for you. Except for that one that's incorrect, and I don't know how to reprogram that. So.
Oh, I'll change it. Food inspector, health inspector didn't work.
Okay.
I need to ratchet it up to something even more terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Tax man. I'm the tax man.
Okay.
I got a 23.
Even with the penalty that you take for being caught in a lie to begin with, this time it works.
Give me your taxes. If I got Al Capone, I can get you too.
All right, so that's 1 or 2 now that you have. Ognar still not able to quite. He's like, I should be better than.
Yeah, my athletics is a +3 and my acrobatics is a +8. So if I roll the same thing and get that -5 penalty, it's the same.
Fair. All right, Amshara does well with the society check, yeah, and Sylvana with the crafting check.
Yeah, he's the taxman. Give him all your taxes.
Yeah. Taxes. On it.
Right. That will be enough that you can clear the road obstruction. And you run on, and you're like, "Fuck this road. Let's cut through some more back alleys." And you're running, and again, and the punks are closer now, but you're still in the lead. And till you cut down another street, and you realize that the street is basically empty except for 2 folk. And they clearly have hands towards pistols, and they're facing each other. And it appears that there are 2 talented gunslingers staring at each other from across the road, both with hands ready to draw and fire on another. The bystanders have taken cover and stare in tense silence. Here are your options for how to resolve the situation, but I'm also always open to other suggestions.
I yelled draw.
Perfect.
Society,
That's a 9. I'll hero point that one. That's my last hero point. Still, I fail.
No.
Oh, I'm hero pointing that.
Oof.
Well, hang on. What did you actually roll there, Chuck? You rolled a 7. And that was on your hero point. I forgot about this until just this moment.
Oh my
The hero
gosh.
points, I used the house roll. So that 7 becomes a 17.
Yes.
Plus, 6. So that I'll give you a success. Ognar gets 2 successes, or 2 points. No one has lost you any points. Amshara gives another point.
What are these rolls today, man? Like, I am
No kidding.
rolling well, and I don't really know how to reconcile it.
It's been happening to Dan too, so it's
I don't know.
the phase shift
Recently
in
Dan's been rolling well.
Yeah,
so
it's a phase shift
That
in the
doesn't even
This is
sound
it.
right. Dan and I need to talk, obviously.
Yeah.
yeah, this is nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're at 4 chase points, so you need 1 more.
I will spend one of my preparation H's.
Okay, and that will be enough to get you the 5, and you are able to, you either sneak through or tell them to back down. It looks like for the most part, and you're explaining the rules, and they're like, "Boy, that seems like a lot of paperwork afterwards." So, so you move on, and you're actually getting fairly close, you think, to the Yeast Evolved Brewery. You've been running for quite a ways, and this is realistically taking place over the span of minutes, but you know that the punks are still behind you. You can still hear them. Last thing is you're kind of getting towards a home stretch, and you see that a dilapidated hotel has caught fire and risks setting the entire neighborhood ablaze, which is not great. The local fire brigade takes up most of the street, blocking all traffic while they get the fire under control. They could use all the help they can get. Here are options.
Hashtag not my problem.
What is it that's on fire?
Old
A hotel. A dilapidated hotel. They're not so much worried about the building itself, but they don't want it to spread to the rest of the buildings, which are actually still like inhabited and so forth.
Okay, we're still being chased.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a cantrip instead of a skill roll?
Yeah. What cantrip you doing?
I want to do figment and make it look like the fire is like spreading behind us.
Okay. All right. I'll give that. You'll get a chase point for that. Perfect.
I just got a 22 on the
That's
engineering
plenty.
lore.
That's good.
So, I'm trying not to be a menace, because my initial thought was, like, I throw my alchemist fire.
Start a different fire.
But I also, we live in a society.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to judge the wind and tell the firefighters you're attacking it from the wrong angle.
Okay.
And you need to do a reverse vacuum vortex with your fire hoses. Because I'm a firefighter, and that's a real thing. Hashtag wink.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
So, going for deception, I take it?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, so that would be deception.
That's a 27.
Look at that. There we go. So you're up to 4. Volo, Agnar.
I'll attempt to assist in shoveling buckets of water at this thing.
Okay.
I will drop the bucket.
Like, I'm here to help. Oh, no. They just kind of skipped me. Okay. Agnar, do you want to spend one of your preparation H points to raise that to a success?
Yes, I think so.
What's that?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. And you are able to kind of, sort of, you don't really help put out the fire, but you're able to make way enough that you can break free. And as you kind of get past this this fire and everything, it kind of fills back in behind you, and you're able to lose the punks. So you have successfully made it to the Yeast Evolved Brewery.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second here, as I put you to the correct map. So make sure I've got you placed in the right starting location before I move you over. These. Okay. You should all be in the upper left corner.
It's big.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I see me.
And this is the woman standing outside of it.
What's she got in her hand?
Do we recognize her?
It's soggy.
You don't really recognize her. It's kind of like, it looks like maybe something you'd use for stirring.
Someone go talk to her.
So this place is not far from the abandoned quarter called Ironside Quarter. It's a dilapidated industrial building. There's a large wooden sign dangling from a single loose bolt labeled the Yeast of All Brewery.
Is this the place that the guy needed to go to?
This is the place where Gattleby needed you to bring him to.
I will
Okay.
attempt to approach this person in a friendly fashion and introduce myself.
She just kind of glares at you, and Gattleby kind of walks past you,
Okay.
walks up to her.
My name is Marvolo Giuseppe. Yeah, he needs to get in.
Yeah, he walks past you, and then as he gets closer, he kind of shuffles. And then but he's taken like an affected swagger. He extends his hand ambiguously, they'll like shake her hand, and receives. They say it's a sharp glare, but then the next way they describe it, I'm pretty sure they meant slap. And given everything that I know on the back end, yeah, he gets a sharp slap across the face. They exchange some whispered words. She presses some sort of small object into his palm and then walks toward a side street and leaves.
It's weird.
He holds his the hand without the key to his reddened cheek, turns and sheepishly holds up a small ring of keys.
Very nice.
What was that?
Ex-wife.
Ah,
That makes
Which
sense.
one?
You're fairly unlikable.
My only one.
What'd you do to deserve that, huh?
Wasn't a good husband.
I mean, look at him.
Checks.
He probably booby trapped the house several times.
Yeah.
Probably killed her pet fish, too.
Look, I don't normally do that, but people was getting nosy, and I hate being bothered when I'm working.
Okay, well, maybe you should be considerate of your partner.
dangerous
Chuck,
to get up for the bathroom
what
in the middle of the night.
Other feature isn't currently working in the new version.
What's that?
Pop out.
Oh. You got to turn that on.
I
Oh,
did.
it's
I normally
broken,
have it turned on. Yeah, but they're not. It's not. There's an option now. Interesting.
Okay.
All right. So, there appears to be the front door, which is you have the key to. It is also boarded over, and I think somebody scoped it out earlier, and you know that there's also a there is like a warehouse door, like around the side. You're not sure if you have a key ring. You're not sure which keys open what.
Can I, are we, is there people around?
This is a pretty empty area.
Okay.
So not too far away from you is the gate to Ironside Quarter, which is basically abandoned. So people don't come here very often. And basically, several years ago, there was like a terrible accident there, and they kind of closed that area because it was not safe for people to be there, like toxins and whatnot. And the businesses that were near there have kind of suffered because there's no more traffic really going through that way. So that would be probably your best idea as to why this brewery has gone out of business.
So, I don't trust anything that this man is involved with because of traps. I will inspect this front door
Okay, give me
to
a
make
perception.
sure it's not all trappified.
Yep.
It's a 21.
There do not appear do not appear to be any traps on this door.
Okay.
Can I cast detect magic and see if there's anything going on in this building?
Yeah. And I'll tell you, there's no magic that you're actively detecting functioning. But you also know, being someone that follows Brig, you know that if there are clockwork things or something like that, you would, you don't know.
The door's safe.
One of these keys go to?
Maybe the door.
Gattleby's like probably the front door and the warehouse door.
Then let's get
You
in.
don't know, but she gave you the keys?
Hmm?
You don't know what they're for? Even
Well,
though
I
she
mean,
gave you-
this one's for the front door. This one's for the warehouse door.
All right.
Okay.
Let's start taking
you
off some
gotta
of
pry
these
the
boards.
boards off the door first.
Yeah.
If you want to go in the front door.
Well, let's not do that. If there's boards, let's leave the boards. And let's go around to the warehouse door.
That's smart thinking. I should do that with my door at home.
Yeah. And then you got your little porch. You just crawl under there and you pop up through a trap door.
All right, so hang on. The side door is over here. If you can see where I'm pinging.
No. Yes.
To the east.
Yep. The thing is like unless I'm clicked into the map, all I see is the roof, and then I can't see what the doors are.
Hey, there's windows.
Mm-hmm.
Are the windows boarded up?
Yeah, the windows are boarded up as well.
Okay.
All right, you unlocking the door?
Yes.
Okay, it is unlocked.
I open
Now,
the door.
You open the door. Well, you try to open the door. It seems to be something heavy on the other side. You
Amshara!
might be able to open it. Yep.
Can I put my shoulder into it?
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna turn off your rage for you there. I'm sure.
Despite
Oh,
all your
thank
rage,
you.
it's still... I don't know.
All right. So it's there's the button for the athletics check if you'd like. So go ahead and click that.
Can I use a hero point to roll?
Sure. Or you can just take a minute to try again. I mean, it's not. This isn't one where there's like really any sort of bad thing.
Then yeah. Do I get my -5 or anything?
No, I would say that you. I mean, you just step back, you take a couple minutes, and you can just try it again.
Sweet.
You're like you felt it. Yeah, there you go. You're able to shove it open. There were a bunch of crates kind of in the way. And then, can you see inside there yet? Let's here. I'll
Yes,
move you in.
yes.
Looks like
There
it.
you go. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll move you in. And then let me look at. Yeah, basically, you create enough space for a small creature to walk through the door and a medium creature to squeeze through. And you have to kind of climb over the crates to get further in. Like, there's just stacks of crates that you had to, like, shove aside
Right.
with the door.
Okay.
The crates
Tents.
and... What's that?
There's tents.
Yep, hang on. Let me get the description. There's dusty crates and empty barrels. Give this wide open room a familiar look of a warehouse. Several crates are marked to grain and hops that stand in front of the... those are what's in front of the door there. You do see there's a set of double doors down here to the south. There are several tents set up around the room, outfitted with ragged blankets, clothes, hung on a frayed rope, and an open keg of rainwater. And there are people here. I have to move you for just a moment. There's this guy and some other folks in this room. They're kind of startled. They have weapons out, but not like threatening. He's like, hold up. We're not, we don't have to fight.
Okay.
We're just camped out here.
Gatterby, are these like friends of yours?
I have no idea who these people are. And the gentleman will speak again. He's like, my name is Kasali. I am I'm with and we're the Iron Hunters. Give me a society roll if you want to place the name.
I got a 9.
Okay.
That did not do well.
Shara and Sylvana, you've heard of them. They're not like a mercenary group. They're kind of a adventuring group would be too strong of a word. They're a very specialized group. They focus in hunting like monsters. And they don't necessarily work for hire. They kind of like they show up and save people from monsters. That's kind of their deal. But they also don't cross paths with like gangs and stuff. Like they don't get involved in the affairs of people. They're here. They hunt monsters. That's their thing. So yeah.
Okay, well, hi.
Hi.
We're just passing through.
Oh, all right. Give me a diplomacy, Dub.
16.
Like, all right. And he kind of relaxes a bit.
Oh,
All right,
yes.
this is my second in command, Bolsa, who is a dwarf. Let's see. Looking to see who else here.